Hello everybody and welcome once again to Aina. On today's program we visit one of Africa's main tourist attractions, the beautiful country of Morocco. Imagine a 3,000-year-old country comprised of both the old and the new in equal measure, offering the sensual pleasures of the ancient world and the raw excitement of the new. Whichever you want, Morocco's got it. Behind me here is the old city of Fes. We'll explore that city and a whole lot more coming up. So now, join us as we explore Morocco. Let's go! Morocco sees an average of 3 million tourists a year. One of its greatest attractions is the ancient city of Fes, seen here. One of the first capitals of Morocco, the city is actually the third largest in the country and is separated into three parts: Fes El Bali, Fes Jadid, and the Ville Nouvelle. This country is absolutely beautiful. It has to be seen to be believed. Right behind me here is the ancient city of Fes. Now, this city has a very long and very fascinating history. Among other interesting facts, Caravan University, the first university in the world, was founded right here. This country is thought to have been inhabited since as far back as the Neolithic age. The word Morocco originates from the name of the country's former capital, Marrakesh. And while the Western world refers to the country as Morocco, the Arab world calls it by a very different name. That name is Al-Maghrib, for the West, or the Western Kingdom. As soon as one enters this great walled city, it's as if you've strolled into another time. The markets here are teeming with sights and smells you won't find anywhere else in the world. Merchants line the streets, offering you just about anything you could ever ask for. But if you plan to shop, put on your walking shoes. Cars aren't allowed inside the city gates. The streets are very narrow and filled to capacity with merchants and tourists. To enter into the old city is to enter into a world straight out of the Arabian Nights. Winding, arched passageways, shops and carts piled high with silks and spices, carpets and kilims. In place of honking automobiles, the braying of donkeys can be heard. It is an atmosphere straight out of the ancient world. A world of the senses, a world of simple pleasures, a world that has all but vanished outside of the gates of this mysterious ancient city. Colorful paintings of the old world adorn the walls along the narrow streets. Local children peruse the markets for chocolate, while their friends wait nearby hoping to bargain for a small piece. I'd like to introduce you to our new friend Mohammed here. Mohammed knows only too well how cramped the streets here in Fez are. You can see just how narrow they are when we open this door out onto the street. Now, as you can see, when it's open, Mohammed and I totally disappear. Not much room out here, so you have to be pretty careful. Now, Mohammed's mother has been making some homemade bread, so we're taking it to the local bakery nearby. And when it's baked, it'll all be ready for dinner. So let's get this to the bakery right away. This city has so much to offer, including business and services similar to those found in the western part of the world. However, here in the city of Fes, they're just a little bit different. Consider this the Moroccan version of the Western Strip Mall. Let's see here. This particular booth belongs to a real estate agent. This sign says it's an agent who sells, buys, or rents. But right now, this guy is having his midday nap, it seems, which is very common custom here in Morocco. No matter what happens, when the midday hour comes, it's time to have a snooze.
That is الزمان الظهر يعني ظهور.
As you can see, with the lack of cars in the old section, donkeys are put to some pretty good use around here. Donkeys, while common in the streets of Fes, are uncommon in many countries in the Western world. Therefore, they too offer much enjoyment to the tourists here in the old city.
الله يخليك الله حياك الله الله يعطيك العافية.
As you can see, I'm in a clothing store here. It's a cultural clothing store, if you will. Here, they sell jellabais. Now, the jellabai is very common here in Morocco. It's the national costume. Just about everybody here in Morocco wears them at one time or another. And making one of them is a lot of hard work. That's why these tailors here are very important. This jellabai costs about $100. It's 100% handmade. A lot of beautiful detail, and the threading is very delicate, as you can see. This one over here, on the other hand, costs about $20. This one is a factory-made jellabai, but most people prefer a tailor-made one. And that's what keeps these fellows in business. So if you want to look like a real Moroccan, this is definitely the place to shop. Jellabai is a type of costume made for both men and women, although there are differences. The men's jellabai are less detailed while the women's contain more ornamentation. Because of this, the women's jellabai is usually more expensive than the men's, as the work on them is usually more detailed. Of course, the more detail, the higher the price. We'd like to consider ourselves Moroccan today, and the best way to do that is to try on their national costume. We've come to this jellabai factory to see what we can find. This kind gentleman here is giving us some instruction as to the proper jellabai for us. He's also giving us a few pointers as to the correct way to wear it. This one looks pretty good. Once we have our fez, we'll take a look in the mirror and, with a few minor adjustments, we're ready to go. Now we too can look like a real Moroccan. Not bad. As you can see, I'm wearing my official jellabai. Do I look like a real Moroccan? It does feel very comfortable. The material is very light. I'm wearing mine with a hood, but to be honest, the hood part isn't always necessary. However, underneath the hood is a red cap called a fez, which is also a common costume. You'll often see many Moroccan men wearing their fez. I think I look pretty good. What do you think?